Good evening from London. Welcome to Piers Morgan Uncensored. Well, it's not been a quiet few days, has it? The GOAT has bolted. Cristiano Ronaldo out at Old Trafford after using his bombshell interview with me on this show to set the record straight about what was going on at the club and his concerns. Well, tonight I'm going to set the record straight myself on Cristiano Ronaldo and on that interview, because 1 week on, is still making global headlines.
Breaking news, Cristiano Ronaldo's time at Old Trafford officially over. Manchester United saying that they have mutually parted ways, effective immediately.
All of this stems from that explosive interview with Piers Morgan.
Cristiano Ronaldo has left Manchester United with immediate effect. It follows a TV interview with Piers Morgan where he claimed he felt disrespected.
And then that explosive interview that he had with Piers Morgan saying those very hurtful things about Manchester United.
And after an explosive interview with Piers Morgan, the writing seemed to be on the wall.
Like I said, it was explosive. Well, this show's been at the centre of a true global story, and that story really is only just beginning, because minutes after Ronaldo confirmed he'd leave United by mutual consent, the Glazer family, who own the club, confirmed they're looking to sell. The American family bought Manchester United for $1.3 billion in 2005. Now they may get 4 times that amount, and if that sounds like good business, well, it is for them. But that's precisely why United fans had such a problem with the Glazers, who loaded United with debt and presided over a steady but massive decline on the pitch. They seem more concerned about selling shirts and shares than winning trophies, the opposite of what English football should be about. This is what Ronaldo himself said to me about the Glazers.
The owners of the club, they don't.
The Glazers.
The Glazers, they don't care about the club. I mean, professional sport. As you know, Manchester is a marketing club. They will get his money from the marketing. The sports, they don't really care, in my opinion. The fans, they're always right. I think the fans should know the truth, should know that the players, we want the best for the club.
So did Ronaldo's condemnation of the Glazers force the issue after years of protest by supporters? You can judge that for yourself. When the biggest superstar in the club's history calls out mismanagement at the very top, how could their position be tenable? Supporters and club legends like Roy Keane and Gary Neville have also slammed the Glazers. Neville even called on Ronaldo to use his status to put them under pressure. Stand up now and speak, he wrote this summer. The club is in crisis. It needs its leaders to lead. Ronaldo's the only one who can grab the situation by the scruff of the neck, exclamation mark. So Ronaldo did speak out. And the same Gary Neville said he should be sacked.
I don't know what's going on, but since the Sir Alex Ferguson left, I saw not evolution in the club. The progress was zero. Nothing changed. Surprisingly, not only the pool, the jacuzzi, even the gym. Even some points, the technology, the kitchen, the chefs, which is I appreciate, lovely persons. They stop in a time. We see many things that I'm used to see when I was 20, 21, 23, so surprised me a lot.
Well, 13 years after his spectacular first spell at United, Ronaldo returned to find a club that had only gone backwards in his view, and that's the real reason he wanted to do this interview in the first place. He just had enough, and he felt he wasn't getting the respect that his extraordinary career deserved, and nor were the fans getting what they deserve for supporting United week in, week out. Last season, Ronaldo scored 24 goals for a team in total turmoil, 1 Premier League goal more than Harry Kane, England's captain, who is considered one of the top strikers in the world right now. But still, they blamed Ronaldo. His own coach, Erik ten Hag, disrespected him repeatedly in public. Journalists cashed in on his status for clickbait, many of the stories completely untrue. Ronaldo soaked all this up for a long time, even though many of the stories about him were false and hurtful. No more so than the lie that he skipped pre-season training to force a transfer when in fact his baby daughter was sick in hospital just months after her twin brother had tragically died. Ronaldo told me the executives at the club didn't even believe him. No wonder he felt very little loyalty to them in return. Well, now this chapter in his record-breaking career is over. Many people have accused me of using Ronaldo, speculating that he must surely regret ever sitting down with me. In fact, the opposite is true. He's very happy with everything about the interview. He said what he wanted to say. and he spoke because he wanted to speak. He texted me repeatedly this week. All good, as we said on Friday, when it had finally all aired, as he's in Doha now in Qatar to captain Portugal at the World Cup. The future is great, he says, and I reckon for him it probably will be, even at 37. He's a megastar, the biggest icon in football history, with 500 million Instagram followers. Put that in context, 130 million more than his nearest rival, Lionel Messi, his rival for everything. Ronaldo's a merchandising monster, will make a fortune whichever club he signs for. And he's still a goal machine, too. You don't go from scoring 24 goals last season to a terrible striker in 4 or 5 months. There's been a lot of knee-jerk reaction from some United fans, claiming he's trashed his legacy at the club. Really? Literally one of the greatest to ever put on a United shirt. You were lucky to have him, lucky to watch him. Show him a bit more respect. Ronaldo won't take a penny to leave. He's foregone any of his remaining £17 million left on his deal. All he wants is his freedom and to go and try his luck somewhere else, where he hopes he'll be given more respect. And if his legacy is ultimately to get rid of the Glazers from Manchester United and English football, all those people criticising him now will probably be cheering him and saying, thank you, Cristiano. And on the football subject of football and thanks, my sincere thanks also go to the first team that manages to get through a day of this tournament without a pathetic piece of virtue signalling. Today, it was the Germans. You might have been following this increasingly ludicrous debate over whether people should wear armbands to show their support for the LGBT community. Full disclosure, I'm completely supportive of all LGBTQ rights. Always have been. But I never understood this whole thing about the armband. I want players to play football at the World Cup, not virtue signal. And it's all gone exactly how I predicted, which is that actually, when they were threatened for the first time with a booking, which is someone waving a yellow card at them, they've all capitulated. The German team today did this. I mean, really? This is to send a point to FIFA that they've been silenced, they've been gagged, they can't wear their armbands. Oh, get over yourselves. It's honestly embarrassing. England have been embarrassing about this. The captain, Harry Kane, was going to wear his armband, show his great support for the community. OK, we'll do it then. Wear your armband. Don't then bottle it because you might get a yellow card. If any player right now at the World Cup wears one of these armbands, which I don't think they should be doing anyway, because I don't think it'll achieve anything, any one of them did it right now and got a booking, they'd be global heroes, probably get a knighthood. But none of them have got the balls. Listen to Ray Winston, one of my favourite actors, about what he said about this today.
Harry, you can't let them tell you what to do. Wear the armband, they're going to book you. If they book you, they'll probably send you off, and if they do, again. Wear the armband.
Exactly. Can you imagine if Harry Kane got sent off for wearing an armband supporting One Love? All hell would break loose, and not at him. He'd be a hero around the world. To then bottle it, honestly, embarrassing for Harry, for England, for the FA, and for the Germans to do what they did today. And I keep thinking, if you don't focus on the football, you know what happens? Germany got beaten by Japan. That's what happens when you're more worried about than you are about stopping goals flying in the back of your net. Well,